Hi everyone, this is Christina with So Stampalicious online classes, and I am going to show you how to make the picture frame at the beginning of the video. First off, I started out and I found online just a photo of a local Olympia driveway that I thought was really pretty. I just went ahead and Googled fall photos of Washington State, and this is what I found. Thought it was really pretty. I copied it, or excuse me, printed it out on just regular copy paper. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the French foliage stamp set. I think it goes very well with the fall that is around here with the raindrops and all the leaves. And I've gone ahead and put this leaf, the largest leaf, on a block, and I have my Versamark, and I'm going to use my embossing buddy, and I'm going to go ahead and just wipe the entire surface of the photo with the embossing buddy. Then I'm going to go ahead and you have to be careful when you're using clear blocks. As you can see, they don't like to stay on when you're in Versamark because it's so sticky. So I'm just going to lay that right there because I know that's where I want it. Press down firmly. That way I can get the stamp back on as well. And get it all juicy. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp in just various random places all over where I want the leaf to be, to show up. And you don't have to just really hurry on this. Well, you do sort of, but not as much as you probably think. And I'm just kind of turning my paper as I go. And I don't necessarily want any of this white part because I did it before and it just really didn't look all that nice. Okay, now if I lift my paper sideways, I can kind of see where I have stamped and where I haven't stamped, because I don't really want a whole lot of blank places. I do, but I don't. There we go. So that is all stamped. Now I keep my embossing powder in a Hillshire's Farm tin or bucket, whatever you want to call it, little Gladware thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour my embossing powder over. And you can see where the leaves are starting to show up, or where I stamped them at. Shake that off a little bit. Okay, now this part's going to be a little bit loud, and I apologize, but I need to heat this with my heating gun. Whoops! Yes, I know my heating gun is contraband, but I've had this one for years. It has never gone wrong on me, so I don't quite want to replace it yet. So you just go ahead and heat these up really, and it goes really quickly on the just regular cardstock. Okay, so that is all heated. Now I have my Early Espresso ink pad and I have my brayer. And I like to put my ink pad sideways because if you'll notice, it covers the entire brayer. That way you don't have to sit there and worry about, well, do I have more ink on this side or that side or anything of that sort. So get that all inked up, and I'm just going to go ahead and roll this across, and I'm going to keep doing it until I have the darkness that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this so you don't have to sit there and watch me do this for a long period of time. Now that I have that finished, I'm going to go ahead and set that aside and let it dry for just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side and close it up. And then I have a piece of scratch, very vanilla cardstock here. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my More Mustard ink pad. Let's move that out of the way. And I'm going to open up my Cajun Craze ink pad. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in the More Mustard first. I'm going to do the rock and roll technique. If anybody knows me, they know that I love that technique, especially on flowers or leaves, because I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And then I rolled it in the Cajun Craze. I'm going to go back into the More Mustard. Roll it in the Cajun Craze again. I'm going to do it one more time. Get that other piece of scratch paper. Okay. Go ahead and close these up. And I'm going to cut these out right fast. Okay, now that I have those cut out, I have my frame here that I decided to use. I actually got this at IKEA. Here's the brand name and everything if you would like to know which IKEA frame that I bought exactly. And this is the darker wood one. I didn't get the white one. And if you do want, it does come with the matting, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick these leaves in just right here, just kind of random. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the matting in. There we go. And then I'm going to put the photo in. And then I always put that on the back side too. Yep, that's the right side. And then I usually just take my bone folder and push these things down. Otherwise it hurts my fingers. And there's that part of the photo. Now I have this faith piece, which is actually from the 4 words that we sell in the decor elements: love, hope, life, and faith. And I just decided to use faith. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to get your Stampin' Up. This comes with, or you actually have to buy this for like $1. I think it's $1.98 or something like that. So you want to go ahead and varnish this, or brandish, excuse me, onto the other piece of paper, which is the front side that you can see your image through. And then go ahead and, sorry, I keep going off camera. Go ahead and maybe not peel that off. Okay, go ahead and peel that off. Sometimes you might get some pieces that want to come up. Just go back and push them back down, maybe, or just rub on it a little bit more. And sometimes they just don't want to come off at all. Whoops, there we go. Now this piece is very sticky, and when you're putting it on glass, it will stick almost immediately. So you have to be very careful when placing it on glass. So I'm going to go ahead, and I actually want to try and line mine up right against the bottom. hopefully that is straight. I believe it is. See, if you do it real delicate like, you can do it, but now it's starting to stick because I lifted it on this end. So I'm kind of stuck. So just go ahead and rub that on there. And then just slowly peel this off. And then also, because I feel like there's too much brown in there, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tie a bow with the Cajun Craze 1 1/4 striped grosgrain ribbon. And go ahead and clean up the bow. There we are. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this ribbon right here. So I'm going to go ahead and place it there, and I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to go ahead and take two little small things of sticky strip, well, one big one at first, and then I'll cut it in half. I'm going to put one piece here and one piece here. And yes, I know they're too long, but that's quite alright because I can always fold it backwards once I get this red stuff off. Put that part right there. And then I'll get another piece, put it right across there. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold this up and put that on there and trim it up. Then I will flip it over. And I am actually, because I know glue dots are not going to hold it, and I really should use a hot glue gun, but I don't have one available at this very moment in time because I didn't turn it on. So I'm just going to take a piece of sticky strip and stick it on the bow, and then I'll go ahead and take that red part off, and I'm going to stick this right there. So now you have a very nice little gift for whoever you're going to go and have dinner with at Thanksgiving, or maybe just somebody who has a birthday this month, who knows. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope you have a great night. Good night now. Bye-bye.